more. Oh, God. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Yeah. So in today's video, as it is written in the title, we are doing Mars in Virgo. And I really hope, for the sake of this video and for the people that I'm catering to for this video, I don't stumble too much on my words, because we are speaking about the perfectionist of the zodiac, all right? The detail-orientated sign of the zodiac. The most critical sign of the fucking zodiac, right? Also an exciting video because I myself am a Mars in Virgo, but it's 2 degrees, so it's low-key cusping Leo energies, but I'm a Virgo sun, so I feel like, it really just impacts my Mars in Virgo, even though it's like at a very low degree. But with that being said, before I begin, please make sure that you are subscribed to my YouTube and that you are following my Instagram and my TikTok, because I am very active on those social. Wow. But yeah, please make sure that you're following my YouTube and my TikTok, because I am very active on those social media platforms. Thank you, darlings. And yeah, with that being said, let us begin with the video. So guys, we have Mars, right? So we have Mars. Mars is our fuel, our the gas, the petrol that we have in order to do things, the intention behind why the fuck we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? The intentions behind our actions. And as I always say, if Venus is our love language, and our pleasure language, then Mars is our anger language, and our passion language, what you're like and how you present yourself when you're angry, when you're passionate about something. What do you do? How do you even go about attaining your passions? How do you go about, what's the word? Yeah, how do you go about just getting the things that you're passionately interested in and passionately invested in too? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So, buffet too. That's Mars energy. Mars energy is, as I said, like it's passion. It's our fuel. What drives you to do the things that you do. But it's also our sexual language too. I guess sex is also a pleasurable thing, so it falls part of both the Venus and the Mars aspect, But I think the Mars aspect is more so about, the desire to have sex, because Mars rules Scorpio and Aries, and both of those signs deal with desires, what it is that you desire. Why do you want what you want? And most of the time we want what we want because it satisfies a desire, a pleasure too. But that's more so if, if you love and appreciate something, that's more so if you fall into the Venus aspect, But a lot of the times when we want something, it's to fulfill a need, and that need is selfish, even to its minor aspect, Like we don't have to look at it at a major thing, like, oh my God, you're selfishly doing that. Like even small things like eating, that's a selfish thing because you're trying to satisfy a desire or a need, But still, it's still a desire, and that's Mars energy. And how we go about getting, how we go about satisfying those desires, but how we, as I was saying, how we go about satisfying those desires, that's Mars in Virgo. Well, that's Mars, right? And then when we add the sign of Virgo, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and it's the nighttime of Mercury, it's the feminine side of Mercury. It's ruled by the 6th house. The 6th house is the house of health, routines, schedules, your body, how you maintain your body, what you do on a daily basis that contributes to the state of your body, aka your habits, that 6th house shit. And then it's an earth sign, earth deals with practicality. It deals with realism, realistic shit, and it's exalted on earth, like Earth, the planet that we live in. The Virgo sign is exalted on Earth, and Earth rules slow growth and, just growth in general, you know what I'm saying? Planting your seed and nurturing it, physical nurture. So Virgos love to nurture their bodies. That's why Virgos are overly health orientated, and then because of the Mercury aspect, Mercury rules of details, analyzing, communicating, thinking, but because it's an earth sign, Virgos like to analyze, communicate, and think about practical shit. And then because of the the exaltation with earth, they love overly thinking and analyzing about how to nurture physical shit, their bodies, how they can nurture, their work or whatever it is that they're working on, you know what I'm saying? But anything that's tangible, anything that can be improved, Virgos love to do that. Virgos love to discriminate, aka, like, let's say we're planting a tree, like an avocado tree. Virgos love to every day nurture that tree on time, create a schedule around when they're going to water that tree. Let's say the tree is growing lopsided, then they like to see how they can help the tree, grow straight. So they'll get like a stick so that that tree can have support. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. Virgos like to think about how they can improve things. That's the Virgo sign. It likes to improve things, which is why, a lot of astrologers like to joke that, like, when you date a Virgo or people with Virgo placements, you're basically like, to a Virgo, you're a project that they want to improve. And I know I'm a Virgo sun sign, it really is true. Like, that's something that I think we need to stop because, like, people are not robots, okay? People are not a home that needs to be decorated and changed, you know what I'm saying? But that's the Virgo sign, and it's also mutable. Virgo sign is mutable meaning it's able to change and adapt, right? And the way that Virgos change and adapt, because it's still earth, right? So they like to change how they like to as I say, they like to improve things, and improving also comes with changing, so a Virgo will see Virgo placements, they will see something and then they will see its potential and then they will, in that sense, use their mutability to alter, whatever is existing currently so that it can improve itself, because of everything that I just mentioned, the exaltation with earth being ruled by Mercury. They just constantly think of how they can improve everything, and especially themselves. So if you put all of that shit into Mars, we have somebody who's passionate about improving themselves, But before we even get to the improvement, let's talk about their anger, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm realizing that, like, with my own Mars in Virgo, but my shit is like, my Mars in Virgo is 2 degrees, you know what I'm saying? So it's maybe not as loud, but I still see it with myself, you know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the Virgo anger, okay? Because Mars is your anger language. Usually what makes Virgo Mars pissed is really small things. It's about the details, because Virgo is the sign of the details, and if somebody has, like, their Mars in Virgo conjuncting Pluto, like that generation, like in the 1960s, that generation where they had Mars in Virgo conjuncting Pluto in Virgo, oh my fucking god, wow. Wow. Or if it's like your Mars in Virgo conjuncting Lilith or Chiron, oh my god, maybe not Chiron but Lilith. Whew. Shit. But anyway, Mars and Virgo anger. Mars and Virgos are usually, they get angry easily. They get angry pretty easily, and depending on, maybe if they have like their Mars and Virgo conjuncting like their sun, like at a very, like, if the orb is like 10 degrees apart or even less, let's say like the orb are 5 degrees apart, like if they have their sun conjuncting Mars, then these are the guys, like, you'll see them be angry, but if it's like their sun maybe squaring Mars, like, it'll be a lot more, they'll hold in their anger a lot more, especially if, like, their Mars is in the 4th house, 8th house, or 12th house, in the water houses, because those houses will then, entail that they'll hide their anger a lot of the times, and then they'll only explode to the people that they're close with, excuse me, those vibes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Mars and Virgo people, they just get angry at small things. Like, it's really about the details, Virgo is the sign of the details, the nitpicky part. So to the outside people, Mars and Virgo just seems like someone who has a short fuse, you know what I'm saying? And most of the time, Virgos actually have a lot of anger issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially as I say with the placements of like if you have your Mars conjuncting Pluto or even squaring Pluto, no cap. If you have Mars square Pluto, shit, bro. Oh, Lilith, my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Or conjunct. Like either the conjunction or the square. Like you definitely are somebody that has a short fuse, you know what I'm saying? But to a Mars and Virgo, it's just like they get angry when people aren't practical enough to, I guess, think. It's similar to a Mars and Gemini, you know, where like a Mars and Gemini, they'll be angry if somebody isn't, you know, they don't think quick enough or they don't get the idea quick enough. You know what I'm saying? Virgos is basically the same, but a Virgo is a little bit more detail orientated, you know, because like you can ask a Virgo something and a Virgo will get angry because in the Virgo Mars's mind, they'll feel like, dude, you asked me that question and the answer is so obvious. So like, why the fuck did you just waste time? Like, why did you think that was a practical answer to ask me? You know what I'm saying? They'll think that kind of shit. They'll think, why didn't you in your mind use your brain to practicalize an answer for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how a Mars and Virgo person will think, you know, and they'll get angry because they'll feel like, well, if I'm smart enough to be able to read between the lines, then you should. But what a Mars and Virgo will fail to understand is that not everybody is like you and not everybody thinks like you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you have to be aware of that. You know what I'm saying? But also, generally, like, if things don't go accordingly to how a Mars and Virgo person has planned things to go, then that's also something that a Mars and Virgo will get triggered by. You know? Those vibes. But continue with what I was saying, Mars and Virgo people, they are passionate about, you know, their daily routines, really. You know, Virgo is a sign of the health because of that sixth house. Sixth house is the sign of, you know, how you take care of your body and how you take care of your health and how you maintain your health, you know. And maintenance is all about consistency, and consistency is all about doing something every day. Like if you want a sexy body, you have to work on it regularly, you know. Create a schedule for it, you know what I'm saying? Like even with actual jobs, like you go to a job every day, and with that consistency, with you going to a job every day, like you're building those hours and those times, and then obviously it adds up and then you get paid for it, you know what I'm saying? That's the result. So Virgos are all about results, but in order to get results you need to work on it every single day. And Mars and Virgo people, they are passionate about working on something every day, whether it's their health, especially their health. Actually, you know, as I said, I'm a Mars and Virgo, and all Mars and Virgos, all of us in J, we just love taking care of our health. Like most of us, if we're not already vegans or vegetarians, pescatarians, all of the Aryans, whatever dietary shit you follow, like we've all gone through that at some point, you know what I'm saying? Or if not gone through it, or already going through it, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's like that over awareness of your health and being overly or placing emphasis on knowing that your health is an important thing. Because if you're not healthy, you literally can't do shit. Like if your stomach hurts, which, you know, a lot of the times, you know, our stomachs hurt. Shout out to the stomach gang, period. What's up? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But if you just think about how, like, if you're not healthy, like, you literally can't do anything. Your whole day is fucked up. So that Virgo energy is actually really important. That sixth house energy is actually so important in that sense, you know, because, like, you literally, if your foot is fucked up, if you broke your foot, try doing something with your foot broken. It's gonna take you so much more effort to do anything, you know? Which is why, like, when Virgos overly criticize you, if you're dating a Mars and Virgo or anybody with Virgo placements, you know, and they're overly, like, they're nagging you, or I guess maybe not even nag, like, yeah, okay, let's just say nagging, because it really does come across as that to other people, you know. But in our eyes, we're just really advising, like, Virgos are a feminine sign, right? They're part of the receiver sign, you know. So a Virgo placements, they care about other people's health. You know, that's how we show love to people, is caring about your health, caring about, you know, you being on top of your responsibilities, because, you know, that's also something that is ruled by the sixth house, responsibilities, you know. Virgo placements care about you, like, accomplishing shit, and they care about you being on task and being on point about everything. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like, okay, you want the specific goal. Like a Virgo will probably, they'll analyze you and they'll know, okay, you want this in your life. Like, or maybe they'll see the errors that you are doing that's making you kind of fall back, or that's like, a Virgo really will analyze you and be like, okay, this is what you're doing wrong in your life, right? So the way that a Virgo will help you or show love to you is by helping you, and is by putting you on schedule, is by reminding you, yo bro, do this, okay? In order for you to get there, do these things. So in that sense, we are controlling motherfuckers, because even though in our eyes we're trying to help, and I guess that help a lot of the times is also, backed up by us projecting how we feel somebody should orchestrate their lives. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of the times our intentions are in the right place, because we will feel like, okay, you're a part of my life now. This is how a Mars and Virgo person thinks. And let me just say, this is how a Mars and Virgo person thinks. They'll think, okay, you're a part of my life, right? And as a Mars and Virgo, I know that I always want to be on point with everything that I do. Right, so every day I'm following a schedule, and every day I do, little things or large things in order to get to a goal, in order to get to my specific goal, right? So in order for, as a Mars and Virgo, I want to see you win too. I want to see you be on top of your shit too. I want to see you shine too. You know what I'm saying? Because the sign before Virgo is Leo. So Virgo is really going to shine, but they want to work towards that. They want to earn it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to deserve it. They want to work towards it. Because also working towards something is fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, the daily practice of doing something to a Mars and Virgo, that's like a fun thing. And we're passionate about doing those things. However, when a Mars and Virgo person, when they start to, I guess, impose their way of systemizing their life onto other people, those people will feel like, bruh, like, why are you so worried about how I'm doing something? You worry about your damn self, Mars and Virgo. But a Mars and Virgo will feel like, okay, dude, I hear you, Nate, but the way you are doing it's like that, I don't like it. Oh my god, we actually, the way we sound so horrible. Oh my lord. But you know what it is? It's that lack of Venus, because Virgo falls in Venus. So, like, I think the way that it's received, like the way the Virgo energy is received by other people, it's always going to be, it's not going to seem very harmonious, it's just always going to have it's going to lack relatability, and it's going to lack, I guess, compromise, It's not going to be received as compromising. It's not going to be like, excuse me. It's not going to be like maybe how, if a Libra had to tell you something, they'll be like, oh, okay, no, I see how you're doing it, my love. And I like how you do that. But maybe, do you think you could do it like this, maybe? And then if that person says no, then they'll be like, okay, then they'll leave it, because they're compromising in that way. Mars and Virgos are not compromising. Whoa, my lights are doing crazy shit right now. But yeah, Mars and Virgo, please ignore my lights, guys. Anyway. But yeah, Mars and Virgo people, they're not compromising in that way, because when a Virgo energy sees something and they get nitpicky, and then they start to see the faults and the imperfections and the impurities, then they want to get to fixing. Then they want to be a Build-A-Bear, you know what I'm saying? They want to be Mario. I think it's Mario. Is it Mario? I don't know. Whoever that guy is who fixes shit, They want to be that guy, handyman, They want to start fixing people. They want to start directing how someone should do something, because in a Mars and Virgo's mind, because the opposite of Virgo is Pisces, a sign of delusion. So Virgos are also delusional in the sense that they feel like they can really, like, how do I say this? I guess Virgos are delusional in the sense that they think they can make someone perfect, but no one's perfect. Not even the Mars and Virgo, you know what I'm saying? But Mars and Virgos are working towards that, because Virgo energy is the sign of the worker, So Mars and Virgos, they know that they also have to They're working towards being perfect or being this idealized version of what they think perfect is. You know what I'm saying? So they're working towards that. And they feel like, okay, because you're part of my life, you should also be working towards being perfect. And a Mars in Virgo has no issues being the catalyst of initiating you to live your life in a specific way that will bring you into their idealized version of how you should be perfect. You know what I'm saying? So you see, Mars and Virgo, this is how we're like, this is our toxic trait. It's not really just allowing people to just, be whoever they are, like, and find their own 2 feet and just let them figure it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? But as I was saying, like, Virgo is an earth sign, so it's the sign of the receiver. So a lot of the times when a Mars in Virgo, especially the females, like, I know this myself, Mars in Virgo people, they're not the kind of people that will, or maybe say when they're not aware that they're doing this, because I also know, like, but no cap, I'm aware that I do this, but I still do it. But as I was saying, is that if you're with a Mars in Virgo, like, and you have a problem, like, let's say I'm a Mars in Virgo and you're my friend and we're talking and you come to me with a problem, right? And you're busy venting about your problem. As a Mars in Virgo, I'm gonna want to fix it. Like, Mars in Virgo is like, okay, let's fix this problem. Like, let's do it. Let's fix this shit, Because in a Mars in Virgo's mind is like, okay, bruh, this is a problem. This is a fault. This is a blemish. Let's remove this blemish, let's make this perfect. And then in that sense, we don't necessarily leave room for people to just vent, because we will always feel like, okay, like, let me do something about it. Like, Mars and Virgo people, in like, the good part about this is that, like, when we have a problem with someone or something, we do something about it. We're not like Taurus energy or Cancer energy, where we'll talk about something and not necessarily do anything about it. We're just complaining just to complain, but we're not necessarily planning on doing anything about it to change it. And this is something that Mars and Virgo, like, this is also another thing that Mars and Virgo people get pissed about. People who complain but then don't actually do anything to fix it. So that's, like, a lot of the times you'll also feel like with your Mars and Virgo friend or boyfriend or girlfriend, you'll feel like, bro, like, why are you always trying to do something about something. But to a Mars and Virgo, it's just like, yo, bro, this is a problem. Like, you're experiencing this problem. This is an issue. Let's fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do something about it. Like, let's not just sit there, because it's not going to sit well with the Mars and Virgo to just hear you, especially if you're, like, dating your close, your friend, whatever. But especially if you're, like, dating them, maybe it won't be the same with friends, depending on how much they care. Like, depending on how much a Mars and Virgo cares about you, they may not necessarily, like, they may offer you advice. And trust me, Virgos love giving advice. Oh my God, they love giving advice. That's when they feel the righteousness. Like, that's when their Leo energy comes out, and then they feel so self-righteous. You know what I'm saying? But they love giving advice. But if you're going to be the type of person where you don't listen to that Mars and Virgo's advice, that's something that they're going to get really angry about. Because a Mars and Virgo will feel like, well, bitch, if you're not going to do anything about your life, like, I just gave you a solution. Apply the solution to your life. If you're not going to do it, then don't come to me again telling me about your problems, because, like, you're clearly stupid on purpose. And then this is where, like, low-key Virgos turn into Aquarius, and then they, like, start thinking, oh my God, you're so stupid, you're so dumb. No. Like, you're so dumb, blah, blah, whatever, Because Mars and Virgo will feel like, bro, like, okay, don't come to me telling me your problems if you're not actually going to do something about it, rather just don't tell them. And that's really, yeah, that's truth, bro. If you're somebody that, like, you just want to vent, or maybe just tell your Mars and Virgo friend that, yo, bro, listen, I just want to vent to you right now. I don't want you to give me a solution. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I just want you to listen to me and just listen and be there, Maybe tell them that, like, tell them Mars and Virgo that, But I feel like even if you do that, at the back of their mind, like, a Mars and Virgo will still, just be thinking, yo, bruh, if that was me, I would have done this. I would have done that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, because as I said, Virgo energy is still delusional in the sense that sometimes they don't also see, like, Mars and Virgo, they'll be on their high horse, and the high horse is built on the fact that they pride themselves on fixing their problems. or I guess being delusional and thinking that they can fix everything, you know. And then when other people don't have the same energy of thinking, yeah, I can fix this problem, then that's when the Mars in Virgo also becomes judgmental. Oh, and that judgment, yes. Because it's going to be Mars in Virgo, you know what I'm saying? So Mars energy is already aggressive, and then Virgo energy doesn't have Venus. So when you put the two together, it's just really like no love, bro. So when a Mars in Virgo starts judging you, when they start to criticize, and especially if they have the intention to hurt your feelings, bro, it's no love. But here's the thing also with Virgo energy, right? Because Virgo energy is also very analytical, and they like to look back. They like to, what's the word, reflect. Virgo energy loves to reflect back, you know. So in one, like on one end, like Virgo, especially the woman, I will say especially the woman, maybe not the men, because you know men have less emotions that they are aware of, you know what I'm saying? Maybe unless they have like a Pisces Cancer moon, maybe kancing kaloko, kancing a little bit. But if not, you know, I feel like that Mars and Virgo, especially the women, as I was saying, like they will be the type, like if they criticize you, they'll spend some time thinking about maybe how they could have gone about the situation different. Because with Virgo energy, you know, it's all about perfection. And then, you know, it's always a situation where a Virgo energy is always going to look back and think, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have said it like this. Maybe I should have done it like that, you know? Because it's always like, I should have fixed, like, let me fix myself, you know? And in that sense, you know, it makes Virgo Mars unstable also, you know? And speaking of instability, you know, because Mars rules our passions, and because Virgo is a mutable sign, Virgo energy, as much as they are passionate about they're passionate about creating a routine around their health, you know. Mars and Virgo people are definitely the type to do yoga every day, you know, jog every day, you know, have a gym membership, definitely. As I said, being a vegetarian, vegan, pescatarian, blah 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 blah, whatever, you know. Also incredible work ethic, you know. But the only thing is like, it's for Mars and Virgos, just like Mars and Gemini, it's difficult to like really settle in a passion. But for Mars and Virgo, it's not the same as having a Mars and Gemini, because the Mars and Gemini, they have a lot of passions that they're running towards, right? Mars and Virgo, they'll probably have like one passion, like they'll be passionate about maybe, like, let's say they're an artist, right? Like the way of Mars and Virgo will be unstable, won't be like how a Gemini is unstable by having too many things to think about and then they forget things. Mars and Virgo instability will come from them wanting things to be way too perfect, and then they'll scare themselves out of doing something because in their heads they will think, oh my god, this, for me to be perfect at this is gonna take so much fucking time, you know. And then they can overwhelm themselves, you know, with what's this? Mars and Virgo will overwhelm themselves with thinking like, holy shit, like it's gonna take me so long to get for me to be perfect at something. And a Mars and Virgo will be reluctant to go through that phase of sucking at something, you know what I'm saying? Because a Mars and Virgo will always be like thinking, oh my god, I want to be good at this now, you know, like I want to be good at this shit right now. So Mars and Virgo has all the patience in the world, you know, building a routine around their health, but building a routine around like a skill, they'll have more insecurities around do that, you know, because once again, Virgo wants to be perfect at everything that they do. They want to be on point. So the reason why Mars and Virgo will be unstable is because they will be reluctant to going through the phase of not being good at something first, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll hate not being good at something first, because to them it's like failing, and Mars and Virgos have beef with failing, you know what I'm saying? But on the brighter side, like if a Mars and Virgo really puts their mind into it and, you know, doesn't mind going through that phase of like sucking, you know what I'm saying, and they create a routine around doing that skill every day, you know, then they get really better. Because when Virgo energy applies itself, it's gonna want it to be perfect, you know. So that's a good side, but also a bad thing, because like, I mean, you can get really good at something, but I guess perfection is just something that we need to chill on, you know. All of us, every Virgo placement, we just need to chill on that whole perfectionism, bro. But you know, I guess it comes with the sign. excuse me. So I guess we just need to learn from the sign afterwards, you know, Libra, to just harmonize, just really chill. I think we just all need to fucking chill out, bro. Like Mars and Virgo, we just need to fucking calm down, bro, you know. But yeah, bro, that's Mars and Virgo. And then sexual wise, you know, I mean, you know, I'm a Mars and Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun. They say we virgins, but we're really not virgins. I guess we just exude virgin energy because, like, we like being clean. I think the virgin energy just comes from cleanliness, you know. Like, we like everything to be organized, clean, you know. So, even pertaining to sex, like, for us to be really turned on, for us to be, like, really into this shit, like, it has to be clean. We have to be clean. The room has to be clean and smell nice. You know what I'm saying? Whoever we're gonna be fucking has to smell clean and be clean. Clean their tongues. You know what I'm saying? If we could, like, as a Mars and Virgo myself, if I could, like, whoever I was, you know, bagging at the time, like, if I could just clean their mouths, their hair, their fingernails, like, if I could clean somebody and their house and then be like, okay, yeah, now we can have sex, I would totally do that. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that we look forward to. Like, we want cleanliness, we enjoy cleanliness, we want people to be clean, and we enjoy we're aroused by neat things, especially neat. Oh my god, if it's clean and it's neat and it's organized and it smells good, please, no, please, because you can take me now. Like, you can take me now. You can do it. Thank you. It's done, bruh. You know? But I feel like, you know, because also Virgo energy Virgo energy can be self-sabotaging sometimes, or what's this? Sometimes, you know, like, you know, the whole situation of some, you know, we're perfectionists and we have high standards, but we sometimes choose the most vile creatures in the world because we think, okay, I can fix you, you know, but you know what I'm saying? It's not always like that, you know, like, yeah, it's not always like that. I feel like we don't always choose people that, like, live up to our standards, even though we have these high, incredible standards, bro, you know. But I think even in those experiences, it's just to teach us that, yo, bro, like, nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect, you know. So sometimes a lot of the times, it's just good to just accept people as they are, you know, and not try to alter them into fitting into a mold that we want them to be in, you know? Because I know damn well, like, as a Mars and Virgo myself, I would hate if somebody, like, that's why I think even Mars and Virgos may not necessarily get along with Capricorn energy, or sometimes Scorpio energy, or other Virgos. You know, because it's just like a lot of control, like, and I know me myself as a Mars and Virgo with a Virgo sun, like, I don't like people projecting what they want me to be onto me, you know, but, like, I do that to other people, you know, so that's something I need to work on. And I know you guys also with a Mars and Virgo go through the same things, you know. So I think in those experiences where we attract all those messes, those messy individuals, you know, it's just like a lesson to be like, yo, bro, like, we are far from perfect, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know now, like, and the universe keeps humbling me, like, all the fucking time, like, bro, get off of this high horse of yours sometimes and realize that I'm still a human in this bodily flesh, you know. And even though, yes, like, it's a good thing that we are trying, like, we know we're trying to get better, we're trying to do better, you know, we have goals and aspirations, and we're not just sitting on our asses, like, doing nothing and depending on people, you know. We have what's the word, yeah, we have goals, you know, we have goals, and that's a great thing, you know. But, like, let's just not let's learn, all of us Mars and Virgos, let's just learn to not project. Let's learn to not project. You know. But yeah, guys, that's us. That's really just us, you know. We just want to, like, whoever's going to be around us, we just genuinely want them to be we want them to make it a priority to be better, you know, because we make it a priority to be better and better ourselves in our lives, you know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, as a Mars and Virgo, like, I'm 21, you know, and I know, like, every day I work out, I'm working on my astrology shit. and other artsy shit, because I have goals, and that's really one cool thing about being a Mars and Virgo is that we're passionate about having goals. You know what I'm saying? We're not lazy ass motherfuckers, Unless maybe you have some Libra placements like I do. Like I have a Libra Venus, so sometimes I get lazy, but I think that's also like a nice thing because having a Mars and Virgo, like all that mental energy, oh my God, it's sometimes hard to relax, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh my God, I should be doing this. I should be doing that. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. Oh my God, I could be doing so many things, But it's like, dude, your body needs to relax. So even in that sense, especially if you have like a Virgo stellium, if you have like a Virgo rising, or if you have other Virgo placements, like 3 other Virgo placements, then you're definitely somebody who's hard on yourself, for not doing better every day, so in that sense you're also delusional because you don't realize that your body needs a break. And even though you're body orientated, like you may sometimes overlook the fact that your body needs resting time. Yeah, your body needs to rest also, you know what I'm saying? So just give your body time to relax as a Mars and Virgo, if that's through yoga, meditation, even just taking a lazy day or a lazy weekend. You don't do anything, like you literally don't do anything. You don't clean, because I know we're passionate about cleaning. And that's also one thing. Like when we're angry, we clean. When we're frustrated, we clean. Or we just talk shit. And that's also a thing. Like Virgo Mars words can really sting, guys, especially when they're mad as fuck. Like and okay, let me not say Virgos get. I think a Virgo will be irritated before they get mad. They'll get annoyed and irritated before they get mad. That's Mars and Virgo. We get irritated, annoyed, and then that shit builds, and then we become angry. And then, when that anger comes, like, we feel it in our heart. And it almost feels like you're literally about to kill somebody. Because Mars and Virgo, honestly, Virgo energy is kind of scary in the sense that it's like, yo, bro, we don't necessarily show all these things. We don't show a lot of who we are, because a lot of the times, like, the true us maybe isn't perfect, so we just hide that part of ourselves. And one of those parts is our anger, like our boiling hot raging anger. You know what I'm saying? That just lives in the bottom of your stomach, and it comes out like when somebody's doing something chacharach, like something stupid. It's like something really stupid. Like I remember I was in the car ride with one of my old friends, and like I was playing music and she turned my music down just so she can go on the phone to speak to somebody. And she was on the phone for like a good 5 minutes, and I got so pissed off, so fucking mad, bro. Like, and I was driving on the highway, bro, and it literally just felt like I was gonna stop the car and beat her ass, bro. No cap. But I've also experienced, like, now, like even recently, I've experienced some rivalry, beef, I don't know, whatever, with another Mars and Virgo. And it's just like so interesting, like being on the receiving end of interacting with another Mars and Virgo, and experiencing their anger shit their anger too, like, wow. But yeah, Mars and Virgos definitely have pent up anger, probably because especially if you have like your Mars and Virgo conjuncting your sun and your moon, then you definitely somebody that experienced cultivating all your anger from your parents. But because you are a Virgo placement, you have Virgo placements, and you always want to make the practical decision, so it will take a long time for Mars and Virgo to decide that they want to like retaliate with violence. They would really have to feel like, okay, the most practical thing right now is to retaliate with violence. Otherwise, Mars Virgo energy is just petty as fuck, like petty. Virgo energy, fucking petty ass bitches. Let me tell you something. Petty the bell, baba. Yo, crabby petty. Just so petty, bruh. Yo, tit for tat type shit, Yeah, guys, so that's Mars and Virgo. What else do I want to say? Yeah, that's about it, But shout out to us, shout out to us who wants to improve ourselves, to us who want to do better each and every day that we're alive, to us who want to, I'm saying, just make it, baby. Just make it. And also, one thing I want to say, Mars and Virgo bitches, excuse me, Mars and Virgo people very judgmental, and that's also something that we do when we're angry. We just judge people, and then we reduce them. Like we literally, when we're angry, we kind of become like Leos, where we're like, "Bitch, how fucking dare you say that about me? Like, look at you. You don't know how to do this. You like this. Your ears are weird. Your hair is fucked up. You have weird thighs." You know what I'm saying? We just really criticize, and then we judge people and we judge their actions. You know what I'm saying? Especially if things don't go exactly the way that we planned them to be, or we don't. Experience something the way that we planned it in our heads. You know what I'm saying? That fuck shit, bro. We really need to stop with that shit. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But guys, yeah. So with that being said, we're gonna move on now to the second part of this video, Mars in Virgo through the house. So let us begin with Mars in Virgo in the first house, right? So your first house is about your personality. First house represents, the relationship that you have with yourself, how you treat yourself, how you view yourself, how you treat your insecurities, your personal interests, how you go about tending and nurturing to your personal interest, and anything that has to do, with you personally, everything that resonates with you personally and your personality. So having Mars and Virgo in your first house, you basically have Mars in your first house. So obviously Mars likes to be in the first house, right? So you become passionate about, going for your personal interest. It's just, once again, even having a Virgo rising, having Virgo in your first house, like, you are very critical towards yourself. Like, you're very, very super duper duper critical towards yourself, right? You can be really mean to yourself, but that's something you may not necessarily see it as being mean, because that's really how you've always been your whole life, but you just want to be better. Like, you just want to be good at whatever it is that you do. You want to be the best at whatever it is that you do, right? So you become passionate about achieving all your personal goals, and you're the type of person where, like, you always plan, you're like, okay, so you're the type of person where you will have like a personal goal, and then you will have an idea of how you want to achieve that personal goal, so you'll plan, you'll organize, and then you'll make a schedule about how to do it every day. But because this is about you, right? This is your passion. These are your passions. It may take you a long time for you to even like initiate going about getting your personal interest, and like, achieving all your personal goals, because you will feel like, oh my god, where do I even begin? Because here's the thing with Virgo energy, and this is why I feel like Virgo energy may sometimes need, a good Libra or even a good Capricorn in your life, it's just to help you initiate a starting point. Because one thing about Virgo energy, Virgos are good at helping, and for you it's better, like, you will feel like, yeah, I'm a lot more, I guess, helpful when I'm helping somebody else achieve their goals than it is for you to help your damn self achieve your own personal fucking goals. Excuse me. So like, you're like, you are a lot more active and productive when you are of service to somebody else, and you become passionate about helping somebody else, serving somebody else's goals. But it's like, when it comes to your goals, you don't know where to begin, But when you do find a starting point, then that's when you go crazy. That's when and then you start creating a routine around, okay, let's say you want to be a chef, You create a routine around, okay, today I'm going to try making scones. Tomorrow, and then, yeah, today I'm going to try making scones, and I'm going to watch every video, and I'm going to make the best scones ever. And then you go ham, and you put all your passion and all your mental energy and all that mercurial energy, and perfectionism to really perfect making scones today. And then you make the routine, okay, tomorrow I'm going to try making cheesecake. And then you Google everything about how to make the best cheesecake, you know what I'm saying? And then you do that shit, But it's just, you are definitely somebody who needs help with a starting point. And I feel like if you are Mars and Virgo, then you possibly could have like a Libra placement, you know what I'm saying, with this place. Like, you could be a Libra Sun or Libra Mercury. So I definitely feel like you would have help with this. But if you don't have Libra placements, or like Cancer placements or Capricorn placements, then you definitely somebody, even if it is Capricorn placements, honestly, because I know somebody who has Capricorn placements and they have issues with that. But yeah, once you have a starting point, you literally know how to create a routine and a schedule around it. But most of the time, you are a lot better at, being passionate. Like, you're more, like, your passions would be a lot more fired up when you're helping somebody else achieve their goals. You know what I'm saying? But shawty, like, try to, receive your own energy, because I know, like, when you put your mind to something, you go hard. You go hard, bro. And this is me coming from a Virgo sun. I know, bro. But yeah, I think what's this? I think a lot of the times you may criticize yourself for being passionate about shit, which also just leads to the fact that it's better for you to be passionate about helping somebody else than helping your damn self, So try get that shit checked. Check that out, bro. So Mars in Virgo in the second house, right? So second house deals with your assets, your possessions, your value systems, things that you value, the materials that you value, and how you use your values to bring about physical comfort in your life, So having Virgo in your second house as a Leo rising, so Mars doesn't like being in the second house whatsoever. Fucking ever, right? But having Mars in your second house as a as a Leo rising, you're definitely somebody who, similar to the first house, where you may find it easier to use your passion to help somebody else. With Mars and Virgo in the second house, like, you'll feel like you will even struggle maintaining a passion if you don't have the resources to support your passion. You know what I'm saying? Because you will feel like, okay, I want to be whatever. Let's say you want to be a musician or something, right? Or a producer. I don't know. Let's say you want to be anything, like whatever it is that you want to be. But I feel like with this, you'd probably be like into finance or something, Because I feel like yeah, this is definitely giving like a finance position or accountant or someone who deals with money, other people's assets, Because once again, Virgo is all about being of service to the other person. So I feel like for you, like, your passions would be more so sparked by you managing other people's assets, other people's possessions and other people's values, but how this plays out is like, you are passionate. Like, for you to even have a passion, you'll feel like you need to have resources in order to support this passion, and then you'll even criticize the resources that you have. Like, let's say you want to be a musician, so you'll be fussy about, oh my god, should I get this mic? Should I get this camera? Oh my god, is this mic of the most quality? Is this camera of the most quality? Oh my god. So, and then it'll take you a lot longer to actually start doing the thing, because you'll be too busy worried about, oh my god, do I have the right things, do I have the right resources to help me with this passion, and then sometimes it'll take you a lot longer to actually see your goals through, because you were too busy criticizing what you don't have or criticizing what you do have, thinking, oh my god, is this the right thing, and then you don't actually just start. It's like you have an issue just starting, you know what I'm saying? And as RuPaul Charles said in one of his episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race, is you just need to start somewhere, and as you start, all these ideas, they'll come as they come, but you just need to start. But you as a Mars and Virgo in the second house, it's difficult for you to really just, like, you know what I'm saying, like, start, because you'll feel like, oh my god, before I start, I need to have the right things, I need to have the right resources, I need to have I need to have the right materials before I begin this, So you're definitely somebody, before you even get into a passion, you're going to research about it. If you want to be a musician, you're going to research, what do musicians do, what do their schedules look like, what do musicians eat, what resources do they use, what microphones does Beyonce use, what microphone does Childish Gambino use for his music, And then in that sense, it'll also be difficult for you to begin, because you'll be too busy comparing yourself, comparing the assets that you have to the assets that somebody else has. And then, you'll criticize yourself and be like, oh, but I can't begin this if I don't have this and this. But if, you know what I'm saying, if you had to be helping somebody else, then this is a different story, because if your friend, let's say your friend only has their phone to record shit, then you'll be like, nah, friend, I got you. I'm going to use your phone in the best way that I can, and we're going to make this video for you in the best way. But when it comes to your shit, dololo, Door lolo. It's not there, girl. It's not there, girl. Yo. But that's the vibe, right? That's why I say with this placement, I feel like it's better for you to like maybe be an accountant where you can manage other people's shit, you know? So that's the vibe, guys. And then having Mars and Virgo in the third house. So we know third house deals with, you know, your familiarities, your siblings, your friends, you know, how you interact with your environments and the people, places, and things that are in your environments, and the language that you interact with in your environment. You know what I'm saying? So this is the third house is a mercurial house. So having Mars and Virgo in the third house, this just makes your Mars even more mercurial. You know, so this is somebody as a Mars and Virgo in the third house person, as a Cancer rising. You're somebody who's just like, you're just passionate about communicating. You are just passionate about talking, and you probably talk a lot. You're probably somebody who's like really academic. Like you're very much into academics because you're passionate about learning, and then the way that you learn, you're passionate about learning a whole bunch of things, but you're passionate about being perfect and perfectly knowing everything about the topics that you're interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely somebody who's passionate about learning. So it definitely giving low key, it's giving teachers pet. It's definitely giving teachers pet. It is giving teachers pet, no lie. But it's giving teachers pet because you are the smart student, and you were the only student that actually enjoyed learning about everything, because you enjoyed getting good grades, and you enjoyed being smart, and you were passionate. Not only did you enjoy it, but you were passionate about learning everything that you were into. And you were probably the student that was like, sir, do you remember that you gave us homework yesterday? You should check it. You know what I'm saying? You were definitely that student. It's giving that vibe. And you didn't mind. Like, I feel like you didn't mind giving, like, taking the heat from the other students. Or maybe you did mind. Maybe you were like the student that was like, guys, what do you mean? Why are you upset? Don't you enjoy doing homework? Wait. You didn't have the glasses because you were a nerd, big time nerd. You're like Steve Urkel. Like Steve Urkel vibes. You're like, guys, why are you upset? I thought you all enjoy doing work. But these glasses are cute as fuck. Yeah. Ain't they cute as fuck? Anyway, but yeah, that's you. Passionate about learning, passionate about communicating. But you also could be a teacher with this placement, actually. It's giving teacher vibes, It's actually giving math teacher. I don't know why I got that. Probably a math teacher vibe, Maybe your math teachers are Mars and Virgos in the third house, because they're teaching in their environment. You know what I'm saying? They're teaching kids. They're teaching students. And third house deals with students. You know what I'm saying? Those vibes. But definitely, you're somebody, I feel like you really enjoy learning. You're passionate about learning a bunch of things. And you're definitely somebody who is very articulate with your words. You're very, what's the word? Very intellectual, sapiosexual vibes. Definitely. Most definitely. And you're sexually turned on. And if you're a woman, you like smart guys. If you're a guy, you like smart women. But you're very, you're a nerd, bro. It's giving nerd vibes, honestly. Like, that's what I want to say about this placement. And then when you're angry, obviously, you just talk shit. Like, you talk shit. Before you do anything physical, even if you do anything physical, you're the type of person that uses bombastic words to really cut someone's heart. That's your cutthroatness. It's just cursing somebody out with big words, those vibes. And I also feel like you get frustrated when people can't match your intellectualism. I think that's the word. I don't know. You tell me. But yeah, I feel like you get angry when people can't match your your smartness. But yeah, you're just a geek, bro. You're just a nerd, a dork, all that shit. I'm pretty sure these are words that people have used. But we don't use these words in South Africa, but like, we know what this shit means, But yeah, you guys are lit. You are lit. What else do I want to say about this placement? Yeah, that's about it. I think that's what I want to say about this placement. Yeah, okay, so we'll just move on. But yeah, basically you guys are just like you enjoy learning, you're a student, and you enjoy writing also. Definitely a writer, if not, if you're into anything artistic, then it will probably be the piano, because that's sophisticated, and Virgo is a sophisticated sign, so yeah. Okay, so we'll move on. Having Mars, if you have your Mars and Virgo in the fourth house as a what what's this? Gemini? Yeah, Gemini rising. So having Mars and Virgo in your fourth house, oh shit, girl. It's giving problems at home. Your mom is probably a very nitpicky chick, and your mom is definitely someone who, made you very aware of your health, and she forced you to eat specific foods, you probably had a very like strict mom, in the sense that she was like in control of your daily routines, like your mom probably put you in ballet, or she forced you to do guitar lessons. Your mom was just very forceful, so that in return made you somewhat of a forceful person. But I feel like with you, like your passions, you also hide your passions. You're definitely somebody who's secretive, or yeah, private about what it is that you're passionate about. And if you are like, let's say you're a talented writer, like nobody will know that you're a talented writer except your mother, or your parents or your family members, and then only they are the ones who like will probably like like what's this, pressure you, or I guess influence you, to go into like journalism or something like that. So a lot of the times your passions, and mind you, Mars does not like being in the fourth house, because fourth house deals with your family members, your domestic issues, home life, childhood, family, all that shit. So if we put Mars and we direct that Mars energy in your home, you probably have a lot of fights with your home at home. Probably a lot of fights at home. And as I said, I think most of your fights could have been instigated by your mama, where your mom was like very forceful of what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And then you fight, like a lot of your anger is directed towards your family members, because then you would feel like your other family members should help you out. Like they should get you out of that house with your nagging ass mama, or your nagging ass auntie, grandma, whoever you live with. You know what I'm saying? You will feel like whoever lives around you, like they should be the ones who help you get out of that shit. But on the other side, you could be really, really passionate about, helping at home. Like you would probably be the mom. Like even if you didn't grow up with a mom that was like this, you are probably like this. You are probably the one at home busy telling people at home what they should do and what they shouldn't do, and then getting angry at them when they don't follow your instructions the way that you feel they should. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you, like you are the problem at home, and then you are the one people are trying to run away from, because whenever you come around, they always know that they're gonna get criticized, they're gonna get nagged, they're gonna get bashed, nitpicked on for not living their life the way that you feel they should. But all of that shit, all of that nagging, that Virgo nagging energy, nitpicking, criticism, but also being upset, like you, on one end you're passionate about helping your family members, but all of that passion, all of that shit is directed towards your family members. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, those vibes. And yeah, once again, what makes you angry? I feel like your family members, like your beef is mostly with your family members and them not following your instructions. Or you probably the type to, like, when you turn vegetarian, then you wanted everybody else to be a vegetarian with you. Or maybe your mom was like this, and she was like, okay guys, I'm on a diet, so everybody's on a diet. Fuck that shit. Everybody's gonna be on a diet like me, those vibes. So it could go anyway. But it's always gonna be directed towards your family members. So just chill out, bro. Your family members, they are gonna be with you forever. So you might as well enjoy being with them, and you might as well want them to enjoy being around you, because you're probably gonna be the coco, the granny that's gonna be all alone when you get older, because everybody's just like ooh ah ooh ah ah. They're like not this one. I see Lapo, we are not going to that girl's house, so yeah, just check out for that. And move on to Mars in Virgo in the fifth house. So fifth house deals with your creative expression. Your daily hobbies, not habits. Your daily hobbies. It deals with your Oh, I have so much saliva. My bad. But yeah, wait, so this is for Taurus risings, right? But fifth house deals with your hobbies, your creative pursuits, how you entertain yourself and how you enjoy yourself, how you have fun, everything that feels good to you and everything that makes you feel like a child again, all that fifth house Leo type shit, creative type shit. So having Mars and Virgo in your fifth house, this is low-key like having a Virgo sun, so but adding the Mars in there. So like the way that you express yourself, like you're very nitpicky of how you even express yourself. And if you have a creative pursuit, like I feel like your hobbies could be like you have fun working. You know what I'm saying? Like that's your enjoyment level. You have fun working. You have fun working out, gymming, you have fun working on something. You have fun taking care of your health, exercising, as I said. You have fun doing yoga. Like I feel like it's giving yoga instructor for some reason. Or I feel like it's giving like maybe personal trainer, or dietitian. It's giving dietitian. It's giving herbalist. You know what I'm saying? It's giving I have fun playing around with herbs. I have fun playing around with, different foods, different spices, herbs and shit like that, making tea. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like you enjoy doing that type of shit, but as long as it's working towards something, you have fun doing that, you know. And also just the way that you express yourself too, like you come across as very particular, definitely very particular, but aggressively particular. Also funny. I feel like the way that you're so particular is really, really funny though. Like the way you nag and nitpick about shit, like it exudes itself in a funny way. You know what I'm saying? So, but also aggressive. So yeah, I feel like I don't know. See, when we talk about Mars, like it's not necessarily like Venus all the time, because like having Venus and Virgo in the fifth house, like it makes you somebody like if you could hate everything, but then the way that you hate everything is so funny. It's like so hilarious. But then when it comes to Mars, it could also be the same thing, but it obviously will be a lot more aggressive. Like so, you will nitpick and you will talk about how much you hate something. Like you'll just be like, I fucking hate how this is like that. Why are these chains like this? So when you start nagging, criticizing, it just seems funny. Like it seems funny just the way you're so aggressive about everything that you don't like. You know what I'm saying? You ever been around people like that? Like they just nag about everything that they hate, 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 hate. But it's so funny that like how they're expressing themselves in that way, that type of thing. And it's also very aggressive. But yeah, I think generally like you're just passionate about, like as I said, working towards something. And also I feel like with this, because it's fifth house, so you may actually enjoy having sex on a daily basis, like even casual sex. I don't know if you're into that. If you are, then you could enjoy doing that. But if not, like let's say you with your mans, like if you're in a relationship, then you enjoy having fun, like fun casual sex too. Obviously clean, like everybody must be clean, washed up, smelling good, all of that shit. But yeah, guys, those are the vibes, man. You just enjoy and you are passionate about expressing yourself through your work, expressing yourself through your daily routines, through the things that you do on a daily basis. Yeah. And then what turns you on? I mean, your anger language. I feel like what makes you angry is if somebody tries to criticize the way that you have fun and enjoy yourself. Because I feel like as I said, like you enjoy working on things, so you may not be the type of person to enjoy going to the club or doing extroverted shit like that, so you'll get angry if somebody tries to force you into enjoying those things, and then your anger language would then to criticize them and tell them that, yo bitch, you keep wasting money at the club and then you keep coming to my house asking me for money, bitch. Hell no, you should organize your life. Maybe you should stop going to the club. You know what I'm saying? That shit like that. And you set someone straight. Ganjalo nje bafethu, ganjalo. So with that being said, we're gonna move on now to Mars in Virgo in the sixth house, right? So sixth house rules Virgo. So sixth house, as I said in the beginning of the video, deals with your health, things that you work on a daily basis, your daily tasks and how you handle your health, how you nurture your health, how you take care of your physical body, all of that. So having Mars and Virgo in your sixth house, obviously this is just gonna double its emphasis on that Virgo energy for the Aries risings. So bruh, you're just very like, it's giving gym freak. It's giving gym freak. It's giving health freak. It's also giving, on the darker side, it's giving, eating disorder, because you may also have body dysmorphia with this shit. Like on the negative side, you may actually have body dysmorphia where you feel like, oh my god, like my body's not perfect enough, oh my god, like I need to gym some more, I need to eat less, and you get obsessive with this, especially if you have like Scorpio placements or even Libra placements, bruh. Yeah, even Libra placements, where you'll be overly critical of how you're not perfect or how you're not living up to your standards, but I say Scorpio placements because obviously Scorpio is extreme as fuck, what I'm saying. But Libra is also like, very appearance orientated, so you may just be overly fixated and obsessive over how you look, but that's more so on the negative side. But overall, having Mars and Virgo in your sixth house, this just makes you somebody who's very passionate about working on your body, taking care of your body. Like, you are very passionate about being healthy. You're very passionate about, eating well, very passionate about work. You probably enjoy having, like, you really are passionate about having a routine, waking up in the morning, waking up in the morning and then drinking coffee, eating your bowl of fruit and oats, going for a jog, whatever, going to work, coming back from work, cooking a nice meal or something like that, playing with your pets, and then you just really enjoy having a routine, and then you also may enforce that routine on other people, especially like, let's say you've planned a trip with somebody, like let's say you even planned a trip, period. You have a routine around what you want to do. Like, you're not somebody that would be like, okay guys, let's just go with the flow, let's just see how this day goes, like, maybe unless you have like excuse me, I had to drink water, maybe if you have like I don't know, like some Gemini placements or Sag, if you have like a Sag moon, yeah, if you have a Sag moon or you are a Sagittarius sun with this, or you have like Sag placements, like, and Gemini placements, then obviously you will be a lot more spontaneous, and you don't mind with this, you don't mind, being around spontaneous people. But if you're like a Taurus moon and you have a Virgo sun with this, excuse me, you definitely not somebody who likes spontaneous shit. Like, you want everything to be planned. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, my food is coming up now. But yeah, you are not somebody who you would like spontaneity, because you will feel like, guys, no, we need to plan everything, because what if something goes wrong? Like, we need a skeleton or foundation to rely on, and that's how you think. That's literally how you think, but you don't necessarily, you're not somebody that would fuck with the spontaneity, because that'll make you feel unsafe, that'll make you feel like you're on wobbly grounds, and then that's when you start to nag. You start to nag a lot. So yeah, guys, anyway, but I feel like, once again, what turns you on as a Mars and Virgo in the sixth house is being around a dude or a chick who also who seems to have their life together, and a lot of the times that is them having a job, because whatever job you're in, you are you're like a really good worker, actually. You're like an amazing worker, because you are so passionate about whatever it is that you're working on, especially if it's at work, like at a job, whatever, corporate, whatever it is that you do. Like, you give it your all, your 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the workers. Even if you get paid minimum wage, bruh, you go ham. So you're the type of person who needs to remind yourself, like, yo, bruh, let me not go so crazy, because this job is not even paying me that much. But if you're like your own entrepreneur, bruh, you go ham. You go ham every day working on whatever it is that you're working on. And shout out to you, because your work ethic, magnifique. Beautiful. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, guys. So yeah, let's move on now to Mars and Virgo in the seventh house. So seventh house deals with your relationships, your one-on-one interpersonal relationships, your partnerships too, business partnerships, even your brother, the one-on-one relationship you have with your brother, your mother, sister, whoever, whatever it is, So you're having Mars and Virgo in your seventh house as a Pisces rising. So you are somebody who is passionate. So also Mars does not like being in the seventh house. So oof, this is just, yeah, it's just no love in your relationships, bro. Just straight criticism. Oh my god. Just no love in your relationships, bro. You don't like, I feel like a lot of times you don't feel love in your relationships, even though you are somebody who has a lot of love, but you don't feel the love, bro. Because either you attract motherfuckers who are overly critical, but you attract motherfuckers who, have a job, who have their life together. They just may be controlling motherfuckers also, because Virgo energy is just controlling. It's so controlling. Oh my god. Oh my god. But if you're not like this, then you attract people like this. You attract people who, always want to put you on path, like remind you, hey dude, so be on point, bro, like do it like this. And then maybe you don't feel the love from them, or maybe they don't feel the love from you. But also because Mars is here, yeah, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Mm. You just attract motherfuckers who want to use you for whatever work they have going on, you know? Like they get their needs met. Like it's like they kind of it's like they want you to serve them. Like you may attract motherfuckers that are like that, like selfish in the sense that they want to use your services for their own benefit. Or maybe you do this too. But if you're not the one doing it, it's being done to you. And if it's not being done to you, you are the one doing it. The way you, like, either you're the one making people work for you, or you attract people who want you to work for them, you know? But it's either or, babes. It's either or. But yeah, yo, hi man, this placement, just criticizing. I feel like your relationships also, like, you may attract people, if you're not like this, you just may attract people who just talk down on you, bro. Like the way that they even approach you just makes you feel like, oh my god, I'm not perfect enough for you. Or maybe you make people feel this way. I just want to flip my straw now. That's getting to that point where but yeah, you attract motherfuckers. If you're not like this, you just attract motherfuckers who you just attract motherfuckers who just want to control your actions. They just want to control your actions. They want to control what you do on a daily basis. So you definitely somebody who has issues with relationships, so you probably opt to just be alone. But you're a Pisces rising with this, so I feel like you also somebody personally, you feel like you maybe would prefer being in relationships, because even if those people are mean to you, at least they are somebody who have direction. And you as a Pisces rising, you may lack direction a lot of the time, so you may need people to kind of help you and assist you in that sense. So yabo ukuthi kunzima kanjani mfethu, yabo, hey. But hey guys, it is what it is. Yeah, but even with this placement, I feel like you're turned on by people who have direction in their life, so people who have a job, people who make sense when they communicate, excuse me, people who have a plan in their lives. You're turned on by those kinds of people. So that's the vibe. And then moving on to Mars and Virgo in the 8th house. This is my placement. So 8th house likes being in Mars likes being in the 8th house, right? Mars likes to be in the 8th house, and it's forming a sextile with the Virgo energy. So how this plays out is you will be somebody who I need to drink water so bad. Ooh. But yeah, as how this will play out is with Mars and Virgo in the 8th house, like You definitely somebody who holds your anger in. Like you hold your anger in, but it's also like very easy for people to feel it. You know what I'm saying? But in your head, I feel like when you're angry in your head, you're already planning on cursing somebody the fuck out. Like you, and listen, I have this placement, as I say, like we just hold that anger in and it burns you, you know? And it's like, but maybe it's also because like I have Libra placement, so I, you know, that people pleasing shit. Boo, boo, fucking boo. You know, but like when you get angry, oh my god, it's literally like you can kill somebody. It's like literally like you can kill somebody, but you hold it in. You hold in a lot of your anger, a lot of your frustrations, a lot of your internal wars, your internal war. You just hold it in, bro, because you before you even like retaliate or before you even say something, you know, you feel like, okay, this has to be practical enough for me to say it, you know. But at the same time, you also feel like, you know, some people you may not necessarily feel comfortable with exposing your anger to, you know, so you'll just hold it in, you know, and people may not even know that like you were angry about something, you know. And you also triggered, you are triggered easily by small things, you know. It's just maybe you're better at hiding your triggers, you're better at hiding the fact that you're angry, either by not being around those people or just literally by like having a blank face, you know, because you're an Aquarius rising with this shit. So definitely you may be good at hiding, you know, your facial expressions and being controlled in your facial expressions, you know what I'm saying? But that anger is definitely there, you know. And also because, you know, it's in the eighth house, like you're secretly nje wena uyatelela, like ustout, you know. You definitely desire a lot of sex, you know. You just want to have sex with the right person, and usually the right person is like, I don't know, I think, you know, I think with Virgo energy it's just like maybe we have issues finding the people that we idealize about, like these perfect people, you know. But you definitely like, you know, your desires are rooted in having like the perfect person to have sex with. You know what I'm saying? Like you desire to have the perfect person to have sex with. Either that or, you know, you just feel like, okay, if I'm gonna have sex with somebody, then I should just not like them at all. Like let me just have emotionless sex, like just no emotions, just like nothing at all, you know? Could be that situation. You know, but yeah, I feel like your passions, like when you are passionate about something, you go ham with it too. Like you go so hard and you give it your all and you become extremely intense with going about gaining and, you know, achieving and attaining your passions and whatever it is that you desire, you know. It's just, once again, your desires may be scattered, you know, because even in bed, like whatever it is that you do, like you do it intensely, but you also get self-critical in thinking like, oh my god, am I doing this right? Am I doing it the best way I can? Am I perfect at doing this? Am I doing this in the most perfect way? You know? And then that's when you can kind of be unstable in that sense, you know. But I feel like you're also very curious, like you're very, very curious about learning everything you can about everything that you're desiring, everything that you're passionate about, you know. All that shit, you know. You just become you become a dedicated student at learning everything that you desire, you know, and learning about how to attain those desires too, you know what I'm saying, those vibes. Yeah, but like generally what you're turned on, I feel like you're turned on by other intense guys, like secretly intense guys, you know, secretly, oh shit, like secretly passionate guys, secretly intense guys, secretly powerful guys, you know. But guys who are clean and neat and organized, like you're attracted to that type of shit. I feel like you may be attracted to Capricorn type guys. I don't know, maybe. Or if not Capricorn type guys, then maybe Scorpio kind of guys, you know, guys who are secretive, like secretly powerful, you know, because you are secretly powerful, you know, but you just want to be perfect at whatever it is that you are desiring to be powerful at, you know, those vibes. So yeah, we're gonna move on to Mars and Virgo in the ninth house as a wait, Capricorn rising. Right. So ninth house deals with your spiritual practices, your morality, philosophy, and how you view the world on a philosophical level. So having Virgo in your ninth house, this is basically having Mercury in the ninth house, so it's like, what's this? I mean, it's a square having Virgo in the ninth house, but having Mercury in the ninth house, that's like an opposition type situation. So having Virgo in your ninth house, like you like to create a schedule around like your belief system and even learning philosophy. So you're definitely the type of person where like for you to even like, let's say you're getting into spirituality, or even like, let's say you're religious with this placement, you're somebody that likes to set a routine around what time you're going to read the Bible, and you're passionate about this, you're passionate about setting routines around your spirituality. You're passionate about setting routines around your spiritual practices. So you somebody, as I was making the example, if like you're a Christian with this, you're somebody who would like to create a routine around, okay, every morning at 5 o'clock I get up and I read the Bible. Every morning at 6 o'clock, after reading the Bible, I meditate. And you passionate about having a structure and an order around how you do these spiritual practices. So it doesn't even have to be like the Bible. If you, for example, let's say you do yoga, like you be like, okay, guys. Okay, well, maybe not say guys, like you'll be like, okay, at 10 o'clock I pray, no exceptions, none of that shit. And then you would also be frustrated with yourself if you miss a routine, like you'd be like, oh, you'd be frustrated, like, oh my god, why am I like this, I'm so imperfect. you know so yeah, as I was saying, like every morning you wake up at 10 you pray, and then by 12 you're doing yoga, and then by 1 o'clock you're doing this, and but it's all rooted around your spiritual practices, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, like, that's the little iffiness that the Virgo energy has with Sagittarius energy, because Sagittarius is like more so spontaneous. Ninth house is just about like, hey bruh, pray when you feel like praying, pray when you feel the spirit of praying. But Virgo energy is just like, okay, we need to pray on schedule, you know what I'm saying? So it kind of loses the feeling sometimes, and that's like the square with Virgo energy in the ninth house, or even Sagittarius energy, because it doesn't do things based off the feeling, it's doing things based off the routine of doing it every day. So that's your situation, but you're passionate about doing your spiritual practices every day and including them into your daily routine. So that's you, bro. That's how you find your spirituality. Like you're most spiritual when you create routines around praise and worship and whatever it is that you do, you know what I'm saying? Because you're a Capricorn rising, so you definitely just very organized. So you enjoy organizing your spiritual routines. You enjoy organizing and making your spiritual routines neat and nice and organized. I say organized, but it really is that you just like to organize your spiritual practices. You're passionate about doing that, and you don't like when people try to throw you off your spiritual routines, because you will feel like guys, you already know, like if you're a Muslim with this, because I feel like actually the Muslim culture it's giving Muslim culture, where like Muslims, like every day at a specific time they pray, so it's definitely giving those vibes. So I feel like if you are a Muslim with this, then like you fuck with this shit. So yeah, guys, that's literally, I think actually that's the best example. That's literally the best example I can give with this placement. Yeah, but also like you enjoy learning all you can about whatever spiritual practice you're in. Like if you're a Buddhist, you would love, and you have a passion learning about everything that has to do with Buddhism and the teachings and where it originates, and all of that shit. Like you're passionate about learning that and then teaching it, definitely teaching it. But you, as a Virgo, you definitely will be imposing on your beliefs. You will impose your motherfucking beliefs, especially because you're a Capricorn rising. And I know for sure Capricorn risings love to impose. Capricorn energy loves to impose their beliefs on people. They absolutely love it. And then they don't like when other people don't agree with them. So you are no exception. You are no exception to this. You love preaching, the gospel. And if you're a Jehovah's Witness with this, oh my God, you are so passionate about forcing people to join your cult, bro. But it's like, fuck, bro. Not everybody believes what you do. Definitely not everybody believes what you do, So chill with the imposy part. Like, yo, relax. Relax. Fuck. So anyway, with that being said, guys, we're gonna move on to what's this? Mars and Virgo in the 10th house, right? For the what's this? Sagittarius rising. So having Mars and Virgo, so 10th house, deals with your reputation, your career, who you're known for, your status, how you reach status quo, how you reach the largest level of success, how you reach your goals, basically, and when you reach your goal, who you're known for. Obviously, you'll be known for reaching that goal, so 10th house shit. So having Virgo in your 10th house, and having Mars in Virgo in your 10th house at that, you somebody who is passionate about what's this? You're passionate about working towards your goals, really. It's just giving that you're passionate about working towards your goals. You enjoy working towards your goals. You enjoy every day putting in a little bit to work towards your goals, Also somebody who's very organized and you enjoy order and structure. And if you're a mother with this, I mean, but you're a Sag rising, right? So I don't think maybe if you're a mother with this or whatever, I don't think you're maybe as strict because you still have Sag tendencies, But you're definitely somebody like you don't play when it comes to your business. You don't play when it comes to working on your goals and your job, whatever. You don't play when it comes to your money, basically, You're a Sag rising, so you're fun. You can play all day. But when it comes to business, like you're very organized and you're very critical. And like, let's say you're like an owner of a business, like you're very particular with how you want your goals to be met. And telling your employees, okay, guys, do it like this, because this is the only way that this can happen, But if, just generally you reaching your goals, you're just passionate about being particular about how you reach your goals. You know what I'm saying? Like you're very detail orientated, very particular, very critical, of your actions and of the way you do things in order to reach your goals, because you're passionate about having status. And your status is definitely, you're probably known for being a nagging ass chick or dude, you know what I'm saying? You're probably known for being a very particular person. You're known for even being, I guess, the best at whatever it is that you do, because Virgo is about perfectionism, being the best at whatever it is that it's doing. So, excuse me, you're very passionate about doing that, and you don't play when it comes to like your structure and your order. Like if you want something to be done, because you will feel like, guys, no, like this is my name, like if you don't do it in this specific way and it fails, this is on me. And then that shit scares you also, so then that'll make you even more critical, and it'll make you angry if somebody isn't necessarily realizing that, especially when it comes to your business, like you'll be angry if somebody's trying to like give directions that is floppy. Like, you don't like people that maybe don't have a specific plan, because even with this, like, you could help other people with their career, right? But it'll make you angry if, for example, you give somebody an idea on how they can better their career and then they don't use that, and then you see their business failing, even knowing that, hey bruh, I helped you, like I literally gave you advice on what to do and you're not doing this, so clearly you wasted my fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'll literally make you angry. And then what turns you on, like, you're sexually turned on by men or women who have a status, particularly like it's earth sign. So 10th house is an earthy house, and Virgo is obviously an earth sign. So I feel like obviously you turn on by people who have money. Like, you like money, you're passionate about money turns you on, organized people turn you on. So I feel like people who like you probably really like Capricorn men, if you're a woman with this, or if you're a woman with this placement, you love Capricorn men, even Taurus men. Shit, even Virgo men, like any earth sign nigga, bruh, dude, bruh. You just like them niggas with the money, people who have all structure. And or if you're gay with this, you just like humans with a plan, humans with, a goal. You like goal-oriented people, ambitious people who have a goal for their lives, for themselves. Because you don't want to feel like, their lives is in your hands and you have to be responsible for everything for them, that'll also make you angry, and then you'll get to nitpicking and be like, "Antle kante ke cho when I you need to get up and get a fucking job. You need to get the fuck up and get a job, you need to get up and get a job. Like that'll be you. But you're just somebody who's passionate about working towards all your goals, and people know you for being somebody who is like very business savvy, like very like a business sharp type person, business shark, they're definitely a business shark with this placement, and you're just very passionate about doing it in your particular way, and that's it. And you don't want to argue with anybody. You want anybody to tell you that maybe you should try it this way, because you'll feel like, I don't trust your methods, I only trust mine, thank you, bye, that type of thing. um but that's you, girl, that's you, do you, babes. So yeah, with that, we're gonna move on. Mars in Virgo in the 11th house for all the Scorpio risings. So having Mars in Virgo in your 11th house, 11th house deals with social media, technology, gadgets, your broad opinions about a whole bunch of weird shit like aliens, space, all of that, Um, science, 11th house deals with science, experimentations, all of that. So having Mars and Virgo in the 11th house, this also makes you very nerdy. Like, I feel like you're somebody who took physics at school with this, because you were passionate about learning about these broad topics, these, I guess, existential, experimental topics too, and also, technology. You're probably big on technology or using your phone. You probably like, if you don't gain money, like if you don't gain stability through your phone, you probably work with gadgets, like if you're not like into IT or you're a mechanic with this placement, you are a rocket scientist. It's actually giving rocket scientist, no lie. Like anything dealing with something like something dealing a lot of like mental skills, mental power, because oh shit, my nose, sorry, my nose is super itchy. But like if you what's this, like 11th house is like the Aquarius house, right? And we know Aquarius is like the sign of the genius, well, Aquarius is the sign of the genius, and 11th house is the home of Aquarius, or one of the factors, the building blocks of the Aquarius sign. So having Mars and Virgo in the 11th house, like I feel like this is somebody who, like, you're passionate about learning about these things, because Virgo is the sign of the learner, and because it's a practical thing, like I feel like that's why I say, you deal with, engineering, just anything like sciencey that you can build, or that you can maybe break down and then learn how it was built. You know what I'm saying? You like to dissect that shit, even if it is with astrology, because it could be astrology type shit. 11th house does rule astrology, occult. Maybe not, okay, not occult, but like the unknown, unknown information. So you like to study about all these unknown topics. You're passionate about studying these unknown topics and teaching them too, because you could also, Virgo is also the sign of the teacher. I'm a Virgo, I'm teaching astrology right now, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like you could also enjoy learning, not only learning about these, topics, but teaching them, so you could also be like a university teacher with this placement, like a professor type shit, especially in science. Like I feel like you're definitely giving science nerd, if not biology, but honestly science, chemistry type shit, AP math, higher grade math, and that type of shit, like mental power. Like you have a lot of mental power with this placement for sure, bruh. But if it's not that, then you're definitely interested in astrology and how you can use astrology to better your own daily life and your own daily routines, yeah. Oh, maybe you could be somebody who, you could be like an assistant of a scientist, an assistant of, because Virgo is the sign of the server, so you could be an assistant, as I said, of a professor, of a scientist, of an engineer, of a not TI, IT, of an IT person, yeah, that type of shit, and you just be passionate about helping that person figure out their scientific things and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a psychic, but like you're the best psychic. You know, you're such a good psychic. You could actually be the leader, but you work better when you are helping somebody, because Virgo energy can get very unstable when they have to, you know, initiate their own ideas. You know what I'm saying? And build on their own ideas, you know, especially if they don't have Libra placements, you know, as I say, or other cardinal signs, or even fixed signs, but mostly cardinal. Actually, both. I think Virgo placements need both, a bit of both, you know, so that they can learn where to start and how to maintain. But I actually know Virgos know how to maintain. It's just they need to learn where to start. But definitely, as I say, you could be a very great assistant, you know, of these people. And then what makes you angry is also being around people who may judge you for being smart, or being around people who just don't understand your intelligence, you know, being around people who don't speak as fluently and as what's this yeah, fluently as you do, people who don't use correct grammar. Like, you know, you may be disgusted by what's this informal language. Informal language, you know, you may actually not like that, but the way that you communicate is just very formal, and then people judge you for that, and then you judge people for judging you, or you judge people who just don't know how to speak, because you'll be like, oh, you're only judging me because you're stupid. Because you're stupid, and you know, that type of thing, whatever, you know. Oh, you don't know what it is that I'm about, you know, that type of thing. But generally, I feel like you're so turned on by other people who are super smart. You know, you're turned on by geniuses. You love people who have brains for days, like people who are just smarty pantsers, you know. But also maybe messy people who are smart, like, you know, kind of crazy, like Aquarius type people, you know, like Aquarius type people. Or maybe even Libra, because Libras are smart, but they also really pretty. So you may like that, actually, you know. But so last but not least, we're gonna move on to Mars and Virgo in the 12th house for all the Libra risings. So, you know, 12th house deals with your imagination, your dreams. When you go to bed at night, what you dream about, you know, when you dream, you go into your 12th house. So it deals with your unconscious self, you know, and the unconscious experiences that happen, you know, that you're not aware of. It deals with your hidden self, you know. 12th house deals with, you know, your illusions, your imaginations, you know, things that are unreal, things that are unrealistic. Also, that's 12th house shit. So having Mars in Virgo in the 12th house, so you Libra rising, you have all your signs in their opposite houses. So this is definitely giving somebody who is Mars and Virgo in the 12th house. Ew. Also somebody, like, you know, I always say this with every 12th house Mars, is that your anger is usually suppressed. You know, you suppress a lot of your anger, you suppress a lot of your frustrations, and then it shows up in your dreams, and then you start dreaming about a whole bunch of violence. You just dream about violent shit, you know, because like your aggression is hidden because it's in the 12th house, you know. So I feel like with this placement, you know, how do I say this, you know, my brother's a Libra rising, and he also has Virgo placements, and I find that you guys, you're either all the way, you know, into doing drinking, drugs, whatever, or you literally don't do it at all because it fucks with your nervous system, you know, and then it shows up in your health. But the thing is, because it's Virgo in your 12th house, you may be unconscious of things being unhealthy for you, you know. Or you may feel like in order for you to be conscious of these things, you need to be on a substance, you know. But if you do take substances, like if you drink, if you smoke, if you take drugs, you know, then this is when your more critical nature comes out. This is when your more nagging, you know, discriminating, criticizing nature of your Virgo's energy comes out, you know. Only when you're drunk, you know, that's when you start getting very judgmental. Also, you're the judgmental friend when you're drunk, and then you're probably the friend that your other friends tell you, yo, mau tagi yo. You know, when you get drunk, like, you just have a lot to say, like all of that pent up anger just comes out when you are drunk or high as fuck, you know. So maybe that's also the reason why you prefer not to be on substances, because then you may want to keep hiding that part of you, you know. You may want to keep suppressing that part of you because you also don't want to deal with it, you know, because you also know how overly critical you get, you know. And then you also may be the type of person, like, you know, when you get high, you think a lot. Like, these are the type of people I see it, like, you think a lot, and then you become so scared of that, you know. Like, you become so afraid of your own thoughts. So then you're like, no, God, please, I'll never smoke again. Please, just take this shit away. I'm begging, that type of situation. But generally, I feel like, unconsciously, like, you're a very hard worker, but I think maybe it could also be a situation where you work better when you're high, or you work better after a workout, or you work better after you've eaten a meal, like a really healthy meal. Like, a really healthy meal helps you concentrate better, and it even helps you sleep better. No cap. Like, you being healthy helps you sleep better. It helps you dream better. It helps your unconscious self, be a lot more healthier, basically. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. What else? What I want to say about this? But yeah, passionately, like, in terms of your passions and your aggression and your anger. Oh, I want to say, like, what makes you angry? Like, honestly, anything can make you angry, but it's all going to be suppressed. Like, you're going to suppress it yourself. And then what turns you on? I feel like you like people who are maybe a little bit messy. To be honest, you may be sexually attracted to people who need your help. Like, people who are in need of you and your help and your assistance, and you are attracted to people who just are messy as hell. Like, that's what turns you on. But yeah, what makes you angry? Maybe, like, if people undermine your dreams and your aspirations. Or maybe you would also make yourself angry by not living up to your own expectations in that sense, because you would have a dream about something, and then you may not, like, see it, like, realistically see it the way you saw it in your dreams, and then that makes you pissed off. But it's all gonna be, all your angers are also unrealistic. Like, you may have irrational anger, bro. Like, wow. Like, what the fuck, bro? Yeah. But anyway, that's my video on Mars and Virgo through the houses. In my next video, we're gonna do Mars in Libra. So that's gonna be cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers. Oh my God, we did it! We did it! We did it! We did it! Yeah. Thank you so much, and it's only up from here, guys. It's only upwards from here, guys. So, stay blessed, stay healthy, eat your vegetables. But I don't have to tell you guys that, because you guys are Mars and motherfucking Virgos, and one thing about us, we're gonna make it, and that's on period. Bye.